Hey, how's it going everyone? I'm DCSG81 and welcome to another toys comparison video. This time is for this TB League super flexible female body. As you guys know, this is the older version, which is the T01A, and this is the latest version, which is the T03A. Okay, so don't ask me why they skip 02. I assume that the 02 belongs to the male figure, but they actually call the male one is the TM02A and B. Okay, so there are two versions. I have both of them. They are of the one is a more muscular version and one is the lesser muscular version. Of course, you can find all their reviews in my TB League playlist, which I will put at the end of this video. You can check it all out. I have both the version, but for these two I only got the pale version because I have a bad feeling about getting the suntan because they tends to be harder to match to the heads. Yeah, usually females are more pale, that's why I got the pale version. So these two I think is worth a comparison because of the different versions, and also they are both from the pale version of the skin tone. Okay, so let's begin. The very first comparison, of course, I will compare the overall look. You can see they are actually pretty much the same. In terms of the scale, I think they are very much similar as well, about the same height. Okay, I was told that the only major difference of this with this is that this one, the latest one, is of less muscular body. Yeah, even female, they have the muscular body or lesser tone, as they say. So we can see right here, it's very obvious. You can take a look at the legs. She's actually she actually have some muscle definitions, you can see. Maybe let me tone down the lighting a bit. I think it's too bright. Yeah, okay. So you can see that she actually has some tone, some muscle on her legs, as well as her abdomen. You can actually see a slightly bits of like a six-pack. Yeah, so there's some muscle here on the arm as well. So she's like, she has been working out in the gym. Okay, but for this one, she's more of a smooth, you know, there's no muscle. Even the abdomen is you can't really see there's any muscle there. And for the arms, it's just straight, pure, you know, like any normal ladies without any workout, they have less muscles in the body. Okay, so this is the difference, which I agree, because this is really something major that you can see. Do you see the muscles, the linings, and this one is just like smooth. Okay, so for those of you who actually wanted someone with like a more gentle look, you should get this one. But if you wanted some body with for a female warrior or something like that, someone like you know, Black Widow, yeah, she's been working out, right? And then you might get something like this. Yeah, she with some muscles. Okay, other than that, I think the skin tone pretty much the same, but somehow I do see that the latest one is even more pale. Okay, yep. So other than that, I think she's pretty much the same. I know you guys are curious about this part. For the bust, breast, they are both from the middle size one. Okay, so I don't think there's a large, or I don't think there's a small size. So far they only released the medium size. Yep. And so if you guys want to take a look at the bust, whether there's any difference, I can do so, provided you are actually above 13. So if you are not, I would suggest you to leave this video for now, or maybe you want to skip this part or come back, I mean fast forward it for a few seconds, then we can discuss again. Okay. Okay, so to my very surprise, somehow there are some differences in terms of the shapes as well as the nipples. I think this one is more obvious. You can really see the shapes and the nipples. This one is slightly more like fuzzy kind of look. Yeah, but the size, in terms of size wise, I think they are the same, just that this is more well designed. This is a bit fuzzy in terms of even the nipples is not very clear. This one is more clearer. Okay, yeah, so that's about it. I mean, the size wise, you can see it's almost identical. Okay. Okay, next for the articulations, I'm not going to go through their articulation because I have gone through their articulation in both of their review. You can check it out. So I believe it's exactly the same articulation. Don't think there's any improvement or any sort. Yeah, should be the very same endoskeleton, which is a die cast. Okay, so there won't be any differences in terms of articulation, so I won't go through that. Okay, so let's go through the accessories that it comes with. Okay, so for the accessory, let's go through the hands first. As always, they comes with exactly the same set of hands, a pair of relaxed hand, a pair of gun holding hands, and a pair of closed fist hand with a hole for you to put something, like she's holding on to something. And for the feet, both also comes with an extra feet that is for high heels shoes. Yep, so they come with exactly the same things. The difference you can see is the clothing. This one comes with a hot pant and a tube, and this one comes with the bikini, which is the material is not made of cloth. This is made of fabric, of course, but this one is something like the some silicones material, which is actually have the sculpt on, so it actually fitted very well. Even the bikini is actually having a sculpted bikini. It's not pure flat, so there's actually sculpted the same size, so when you wear it, it seems to be very fitting. Even for the bikini bottoms, you can see. Yep, I actually prefer this more. Okay, so other than that, both of them comes with those wristband and the what do you call that, the ankle support. You have some sort of like extra piece of clothing, which I don't wear it because it looks very odd to me. Okay, yeah, other than that, the head, so you can see the big difference there. This comes with a painted head with rooted hair, which I love a lot. And this one they actually cut. I'm not sure whether they cut the cost or what. They don't even paint it for you. Okay, it's an unpainted head, which is pretty disappointing, I would say. And the head is kind of small to the body. Yeah, so this is a disappointing part. And the last thing is the newer one actually comes with a base. Okay, so I'm not sure whether is it because of the bikini plus the base they decided to cut the cost for the painting the heads. Yeah, okay, so this actually comes with something more, which is the base. But if you wanted a complete female figure without having to hunt for a head, I think you should go for this one. Okay, she looks very good. Even with the default head, this is a very good head to me. Yeah, looking very nice with the rooted hair, which is quite rare for a 1/12 scale female head. Okay, and lastly, in terms of the price point, I would say that they are both almost the same pricing. I checked in Ami just now. Both are actually sold out. This one is around 46 and 80 cents, approximately around there. And this one surprisingly is slightly cheaper. It's around 46 and 34 cents. Also is an approximate pricing, so they are not very far different, maybe just a few cents different. Around 46 USD for each of them. Okay, but I checked in 1/6 kit because I remember they did bring in both of them before, and unfortunately I can't find this anymore because I think it's already sold out, so they already taken it out from the website. But this is still available and it's around 38 USD. The shipping is free, of course, so it's around 38 USD, much cheaper than Ami. Still available for sale, so I believe this one was used to be the same pricing, 38 USD, because it's the same pricing in Ami as well. Okay, so if you want to grab this, you can still grab it at 16kit.com. 38 USD, I think it's a pretty good price for a figure. If you are someone who likes to kit bash into using the body, because the head is pretty useless to me. So this is the pricing. So I think if you were to choose, there are not so much difference, but if you wanted something with a base, I think you should get this one. It comes with a base. But if you want a complete figure, I think you should get this one, but unfortunately this one is already sold out for quite some time already. Yeah, she actually was released quite some time ago, somewhere around early last year maybe. Okay, so my final verdict, I mean, if you were to ask me which one should you get, I mean, provided that you see both of them in the store because this one I think is quite rare now. This one you can still get it. Okay, so again, it's very much depends on what you want to use it for. Okay, like I say, this one is a slightly more toned body. You can see some muscle there even for a female, and this is a more like a girlish kind of body. Okay, so and also if you also depends on the clothing you want it to wear. If you decided for her to wear lesser clothing, but if you have some 1/12 scale clothing for them already, so you don't have to bother which one they are wearing. Okay, so this one I prefer the bikini, like I mentioned, is much more better. Okay, this one is not bad because it's a real fabric clothing. It makes her looks more natural, and also depends on if you have any available 1/12 scale heads that you already bought or you planning to buy, because if you get this one, she's as good as headless. Okay, this head is no use at all. But if you don't intend to get any head, you just want a female like this, I think you should get this one because she comes with a very good head. Okay, so really depends on you. Pricing wise, like I say, it's almost the same, so I couldn't doesn't matter because you can get this or you can get this, they are almost the same price. But if you're talking about which one is more worth it, I think this is the one because she actually comes with a base, even though the base is not something great looking, but it still does its function very well. And this wiring is something like a bandy wire. It's very strong. Okay, you can put some figures a little more heavy, and if you want to have some flying pose or jumping pose, this thing can hold it. Okay, so I hope you like this simple comparison for these two TB Leaks female. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it. Of course, leave me any comments below if you have any further question about them. And I have already done head swapping for both of them separately. You can check it out. Of course, there will be heads that are perfectly matched for the body, and there are also heads that can't even go with the body. So you can check out my head swapping videos for both of them to decide whether which one do you want to get for the heads that you already have or you're planning to pre-order. Okay, and before you leave, I hope you check out the TB Leak playlist that I'll put here, so you can check out all the reviews for them, head swapping for them, and even some clothing for her, which I already bought. And I'm pretty sure that the clothing will actually match for this as well, which is this kimono, Japanese kimono. very nice. Okay, so yep, and also do check out my other videos. I have lots of videos in my channel, and I believe there will be some that will catch your attention. And until then, I'll see you in those videos. Bye.